The Survivor 50 cast is official, so let's walk through all of the alliance dynamics headed into that season. We can start with the contestants who competed on the iconic Survivor Heroes vs. Villains. There's just one villain from that cast and Coach surrounded by 3 heroes. Colby contributed to the Cirie blind side in the pre-merge, so maybe those two look to target each other. Now let's add in Aubrey and Ozzy, who both competed in Survivor Game Changers. Cirie and Ozzy have a long-standing rivalry from their runs on Game Changers as well as Micronesia. Ozzy also has some beef with Coach, who voted him out at the Final 4 of Survivor South Pacific. If Ozzy reaches the final tribal council of that season, I'm certain that he wins the whole thing, and Coach took that away from him. Then there's Jenna, who competed on Survivor All-Stars alongside Colby, but they never played on the same tribe. Big thing to note with Jenna is that on Survivor All-Stars, she was the leader of this cast-wide movement to vote out all the previous winners. She may cause some problems for Kyle and Dee, who we'll talk about later. But let's start throwing in some new era contestants. We have 3 players from Survivor 46. Tiffany and Q were aligned for the first half of that season on the Yanu tribe, but that relationship soured in the post-merge when Q leaked Tiffany's idol. Charlie worked with Tiffany and Q for a part of that season until he needed to cut them. At the same time, Tiffany and Q both voted for Kenzie over Charlie in the final tribal council. Plus, Tiffany campaigned heavily against Charlie in that final tribal. There's another 3 contestants from Survivor 48. This is a really interesting dynamic because all season, Kyle and Camilla emphasized the importance of their secret alliance. Now they're a public duo competing immediately after the airing of their season. We may see a similar situation as Jeremy and Natalie on Winners at War, where they're immediately targeted. Luckily for Kyle, he has a history of working with Joe, who he defeated in the final tribal council. From Survivor David vs. Goliath, we'll have Christian, Angelina, and Mike White. Mike aligned with Angelina for a longer stretch of that season, but I feel that he'll have the opportunity to work with either side. The last pair to mention is Dee and Emily. Dee orchestrated the Emily blindside at the final 7 of Survivor 45. I never got the sense that move burned their relationship because Emily voted for Dee on the jury. There's 4 other players on this cast in Chrissy, Genevieve, Jonathan, and Rick Devens. None of them have competed against anyone else on this graphic. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on these potential alliances.